What is going on today, guys? Welcome back to episode of WNN, your source for the music production news. We got some free plugins today, some new plugins, mastering website, producers not getting paid for the Vultures album from Kanye, go figure, as well as TikTok setting to be banned in the near future. Let's get started. In our first story, UGEM has released version 2 of their UFX Reverb. It includes new effects, controls, and presets. Now, when you go to their website, it says download free, but it is not free. You just get a trial. A little bit misleading there. Not even trying to criticize them. That's just straight up misleading, okay? They say they listen to the feedback from their users in order to evolve this plugin. They've included a dual mode, early reflections, dozens of new filters and finisher modes, and 100 presets. So dual mode is essentially 2 reverbs, giving you a fuller and more dense reverb. Early reflections obviously adding improved spatial definition. It has 10 new reverb modes and 15 filters and 40 new finishers. So essentially you have 20 reverbs in one is what they claim, basically 20 different algorithms. You already had basic, room, hall, plate, spring, digital, 80s, warm, gated, and reverse. They've now added drum room, courtyard, scoring stage, parking garage, if for some reason you want that, vocal ice, Gigathedral, based, gated freeze, shimmer, fat shimmer, long reverse. Let's check out what it sounds like. I definitely enjoyed the warm and the 80s one. One thing I will say about this is they didn't really showcase a lot of the new algorithms here, so that's a little bit of a bummer. Let's check out the vocals.
I never thought you would be the one. 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 I never thought you would be the one.
My favorite there was definitely the warm one. The tail was a bit long, but overall I think it sounded pretty good. What do you guys think? You can get this reverb for $39, which is not bad. You definitely get a lot for that price, and you can also get a free trial for 7 days. Some other features include ducking control, the freeze function, the multi-mode filter, as well as surprise, which is an intelligent randomization button. Hawk Tua, Skibbity, check out my new coin. In our next story, there's actually a free website that automatically masters for you. That just came out. It's called MasterNect. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I'm not German. Basically, you just drop your wave file in here. And you can drop in a reference wave too. Does it use AI? I don't know. Is it being used in order to train their data set? I don't know. But hey, try it out. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of it. I just randomly saw it here. In our next story, it turns out that more than 10 producers have not been paid for Kanye West's Vultures album. There was 2 Vultures albums, by the way. So apparently a number of attorneys have joined force recently in order to get their producer clients paid for Vultures 1 and 2. These albums came out earlier this year from Kanye West as well as Ty Dolla $ign. Vultures 1 has sold more than 817 album equivalent units, featuring over 1 billion on-demand streams. And it even got a Grammy nomination for the song Carnival. A bit surprising, did not find that song very good. So more than 10 producers on the album did not have a signed agreement with Kanye, meaning they have not collected fees as well as royalties or publishing. It's a little more understandable for Vultures 2 because that came out more recently, but Vultures 1 came out at the beginning of this year, February to be exact, and yeah, nobody's gotten paid. We have clients who produce music on the Vultures albums and have still not been paid for their services even though both albums have been released. Bob Celestin, a music attorney, told Billboard via email, "Presently, we have no idea when payment will be made, which is so unfortunate and unfair. You would think Ye would be more sensitive to this issue because he is a producer." For those of you who don't know, not Kanye West fans, he's a producer as well as rapper. There's your education for the day. Jason Berger estimates that in 9 out of 10 deals, the producer had not been paid the day the music comes out, and due to the volume of new releases, the high number of collaborators on some albums, shrinking major label staffs, and the mercurial nature of superstars who have to sign off on producer agreements even if they are running around the world on tour, Celestin says that producers often don't get paid for a year or more after the albums come out. Just goes to show you guys, being a producer, not so glamorous. You don't make a lot of money generally, and if you do, you're gonna have to chase them down with a hammer in order to get it. The more convoluted the system gets, the less money comes down to the people that are actually making the product, says Nima Nasiri, who manages the producer Hit Boy. Why do people have to fight to get paid? Just because people don't really respect producers and the fact they're not the face of the product generally. And they're stating that it's even more challenging than usual to get compensated. Artists are usually responsible for clearing songs and distributing royalties to collaborators, and the distribution companies are generally shielded from liability. So they've been drafting threatening legal letters to send to Create since no royalties were flowing to their clients, hoping that their collective weight may convince Create to try to help them. But Kanye had switched distributors after this. Not due to this, I should clarify. Atlantic Records, who Ty Dolla $ign is signed to, is also having a tough time getting paid. I'm not sure, but there may be uncleared samples on this too, so that could be another part to the issue here. I do remember talking about that a while back. And of course, Kanye is planning to release another album soon. Hopefully those funds can be allocated to the people who have not been paid yet. In our next story, Lil Pump says drop out of school and start gambling if you want to become a billionaire. I have a feeling this may be a troll. I don't know though. In our next story, we have a plugin I missed a little while back called EMBER from Yum Audio. Yum. They claim it is a vibe-driven analog synth, and it creates sounds full of character and personality in every note. Don't know why they said in every note. That doesn't make any sense. Does every note not always have the same level of character and personality? I don't know. So they claim it has warmth and vibrancy. They're saying all the right things so far, I will say. Design is a true vibe machine. Okay, sign me up. They say it has an intuitive interface. I'm in the middle with it. It's different looking. They claim it lets you easily shape rich tones that go beyond ordinary synthesizer sounds. Okay, now it's bordering on they're selling it a little too hard now. Now I'm kind of questioning it. But Yum Audio generally has decent stuff. Let's watch the video here, and then we'll dig into it a bit more after.
Meet EMBER, the vibe-driven synthesizer. Experience character-rich oscillators with sub and FM options, and tune the inner circuits to control instability and rawness. With ready-to-use presets designed by top sound artists.
Okay, I see Mr. Bill there. That's nice. And stimming. So far, it doesn't look like it has a lot of different options from other synthesizers, but maybe there's more stuff under the hood than what's on the front.
Transform your sound in a single swipe with unique master controls.
Stop saying unique. You guys need to stop saying unique. I can guarantee it's not unique.
For instant musical access, with the built-in FX suite for production-ready sounds. Achieve the unpredictable analog feel, or dial in modern clarity. Spice up your music.
Overall, I would say it does sound pretty good. Like, the sound of the synthesizer is pretty good. I'm really more curious about the options of it, though. Okay, so they have a review here from Stimming, who contributed presets to it. A little of a conflict of interest there. I mean, especially if you don't know that he contributed to it. You know what? I am going to download it. I'm going to download it. Okay, this is crazy. So when you download the trial, it says say thanks. Tell me what to do. What? Okay, in our next story here, we have some free plugins. First of all, you may remember me talking about this one within the past year or two. I can't remember exactly. It's called Reverb. Reverb. I feel like it's kind of a play on weed. It's like a weed name. Like, smoke some weed, dude. So it is an automatic reverb automation tool. It's basically for people who don't want to spend endless hours fine-tuning reverb automation. So let me know in the comments. Are you guys spending endless hours fine-tuning reverb automation? Can't say I am personally. If I ever do that, it's pretty quick. Usually, it's pretty quick. If anything, the harder part is setting the reverb itself. Sorry, the reverb. So it only adds reverb when space is available. So if that's something you're looking for. but it used to cost like $25 or something like that. It's now free. So I'm going to download that. I'm downloading a bunch of shit. In our next story, we got another one here. This is a free grand piano for Ableton Live. You know, it's more so of a device, not really a plugin, but you know, hey, this is true. Finding the right piano sound that suits your mix is not always easy. Sometimes you need a gritty, cheap sounding piano. Sometimes you need a beautifully detailed grand piano. So I'm guessing that's what this is here. That is true though. If you have the space, having a bunch of pianos can be good. So this is the Grand Piano Deluxe. It is a 2 GB sound set with 16 velocity layers and is captured on a Yamaha C5 concert grand piano. Recorded with 2 microphones to bring out its full richness. Let's hear what it sounds like. Sounds fine. You know, not really something super lo-fi, but you can do some damage to it yourself if you want to. I'm getting all the goods today, man. What can I say? I'll try to link all these free plugins in the description. If I forget, sorry. You have the names. You can search it. You're very capable people. I trust my subscribers to have brains. In our last story of the night, TikTok is setting to be banned in the United States. Now, you may remember me talking about this earlier this year. I believe it was earlier this year. Essentially, TikTok had to sell their company. Essentially, ByteDance had to sell TikTok to an American-owned company if they wanted to continue having it be functional in the United States. So TikTok tried to overturn the law, which would see it banned or sold in the US from early 2025. And what do you know? It was rejected. Wow, really shocking. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole politics about this. You know, some people are saying it's because of political reasons. Let's not go there. We're going to stay away from that on this channel. Hey, get your TikToks in now, guys. You only got a few months. You got a few months only. So TikTok plans to take this fight to the U.S. Supreme Court. They're really going there. So essentially, the United States wants TikTok banned because they claim it is linked to the Chinese state. So the court had agreed the law was carefully crafted to deal only with control by a foreign adversary, and it was part of a broader effort to counter a well-substantiated national security threat posed by the PRC, the People's Republic of China. TikTok is trying to make this about protecting Americans' right to free speech. I feel like your free speech right is not really impacted personally by whether or not you can use TikTok. I mean, you could just use another platform. Really not trying to get too political here. It is a little bit of a political thing, though. Whether or not TikTok believes in our right to free speech, or if they are just trying to gather information for China, they're going to use this regardless. They're going to pretend like it's a free speech issue. So it's hard to say if they're being genuine here. One thing I do remember being funny about this is Joe Biden voted yes to have TikTok banned, but he was also doing a presidential campaign simultaneously via TikTok. Okay guys, that is it for this episode of WNN. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. I promise to protect TikTok from being banned or get it banned, whatever you want. I'll do whatever you want, okay? Subscribe if you're new here. I post videos like this almost every single day. Sometimes plugin reviews, sometimes video essays, sometimes music production news, or just music news. If you enjoy this content, consider checking out my second channel. It'll be linked down in the description. We're at about 14,000 subscribers now, on our way up. If you guys want to support the content and what I do here, consider joining my Patreon or becoming a channel member. For as low as $5 a month, you get access to exclusive content, outtakes, and other goodies, as well as lessons and mastering. I'll see you guys next time.